In this session, we're going to look at taking an image from Google and make it into a screen printable or editable graphic. Basically turning it into a monochrome bitmap. For people that do digital, this is a good way of cleaning up an image, taking the background out of it, and maybe you can add your own background and have your own effects. But just show you how to take the background out. And for screen printers, this will show you how to do a halftone graphic for screen printing a one color. And this is mainly for light colored shirts, because you have to invert the image for dark colors, but that's a whole different session. But this one right here, I'm just going to show you how to do how to get a graphic. So this graphic, let me show you where it came from. Right, that's big right now. Nipsy Hussle's big, so what I did was just copy, brought it in here, hit paste. Right, and see how small it is. So you go to bitmaps, resample. It's only 2 inches, so I want to print it about 10.5. So that's the image there. So now I'm going to show you how to take the background out. I always work with the copy, so I just leave that there for now. I'm going to edit this bitmap. Now what I'm going to do is take the background out. There's different ways of doing it, but in this case I'm doing it this way because let me show you how I normally do it. I get the magic wand, right, click all this outside, and then it takes let me show you how. Let me just delete it. So what I wanted was just to take the outline out, or everything around the guy, but it took everything from the inside, and I didn't want that. So that's why I'm doing it this way. If you have a black and white image and all the background or the foreground is all one color and the background is just all white, it's easy. You can do that because it just takes the white out. But in this case, the same color on the background is the same color as the image. I don't want to take everything out, so what I'll do is just remove it. And this is how this image, this is just the way it has to be done. I mean, the way I know how. I'm sure there's other ways, but you have to go to your cutout lab. What you do is you just it's green and blue, right? Your nib size. So what you do is you just go along the edge, and you're just taking the background out, or you're just leaving the inside. Normally you go in there with a lot better, get all the details better, but just for this sake I'm just gonna do this real fast. Just, you don't need this, anybody can do this, so I'm just gonna go on the outline. Normally I'd get on the detail way better, so, but I'm just, like I said, just for quick training purpose, we're gonna just do this real fast. Alright, let's just say I want all this, and keep all this, and that doesn't matter, because you'll see if you get a little bit messy with it, as long as you don't go to the inside that way. And if you do, you right click and you can erase it. Let's go to 30. You hit right click and it just erases it. But anyhow, there you go. That's in case it slips, but just go along the edge. Alright, so like I said, I'd normally go in and do this real detailed, really detailed, get all the get all this blur out. You can see all this damage here. This is JPEG damage. Just so just sorry, this part of the video is a little bit long. I'm on one of the computers that I don't have my edit program, so I can't edit and time lapse it, but just so you could see, I guess get a real life time of this. There you go. Hit OK. Alright, so now what's left is the image, right? Just the image. So from here I can do a couple things. First, I can go to adjust tone curve, right? And I can kind of just put make it a little bit darker, make them lighter. Just play with the tone curve, and you'll once you mess with it more and more, you'll get the hang of it. Just change the contrast of it. I can do with that right there, and just hit OK. Alright, so now here's where it gets cool. Now we're gonna turn this image right now. This image, I still can't do anything with it. It's just just a picture. All I did was take the background out. Now I'm gonna make it where you can edit it and change the color of it and make it a monochrome bitmap. And this is really cool for screen printers. So right here, you got my image. I'm gonna go to image, convert to CMYK. It's gonna ask you merging all objects. I always just hit yes. Right. So now you go to your channels. Like you go to your black channel. You go mask, create, channel to mask, mask invert. Right. So then you go back to your CMYK channels here on the right. Go to object manager. Right, and now all it is a background, so where you want to take the background out and add another mask here. So hit plus right here, or new object, I'm sorry, background, delete it. Right, there's nothing in there. Right, it's just a blank, but you got the mask, that's what I saved. So right here you get your fill tool, you click in there with black. So we got to make sure it's black. Right, you always got to make sure it's black. You can change the color later, but always got to make sure it's black. Right, you got your outline still, mask remove. Right, now you got your image as it's a transparent now. Now here's where you finish editing, hit yes, it'll save it back into Corel. Right, so now you took the background out. Right, now you still can't do anything with it. I guess you could, but let's take it a step further and go to bitmaps, mode, black and white, hit OK. Now it's a monochrome bitmap. You can't see it, but there's a square. There's a square in this image. See? So now it's a monochrome bitmap. What you do is you left click the image, it takes it out, and you right click, the image. Alright, and you can change the colors of it. Now this was set up for a light colored shirt, not on a black shirt. Let me show you what it looks like, how this image is set up. Say the background, let's make him white. If you wanted to do a white print on a black shirt, so it doesn't work that way. It looks like a negative photo. There's a different way of doing it, so this was mainly for light colored shirts. Right, you got a light colored shirt, now you have your monochrome bitmap. Right, so from this to this, now you can change them lighter. Just pretty much dark is the only way you can do this image. It's got to be a dark one. You can do navy, you can do black, red wouldn't, I don't think would work. Well, I guess depending on what effect you wanted, but you can just play with the colors. But we'll just go with this on a gray shirt, okay, with the red print, black print. All right, so this image now is your image. Now you can get prepped for screen print. Now you can put well, that's not what I wanted. You can put Hussle 2019. I don't know. You can put whatever you want in here. Alright, let's just change fonts. Let's go to impact. Hussle 2019. This could be a cool memorial shirt. Any image, people love their animals. You can do that with animal pics. I got that square there. So this is if you want to put it on a shirt. Now what's left is just that image. Delete this. This is my graphic that I can work with now. I can add what I want. Say I want this in red, this guy in black on a light gray shirt, or whatever background. But yeah, this image is ready to print. And if you have a rib software, is where you turn it into halftones and stuff like that. But that'll be another session of what I use. So yeah, I hope this works for you. You can do this for any graphic, any picture, any photo. There's different ways of doing it, but this is just for a photo with I guess this was an easier one. There was not much to it but to take the background out and convert it to a monochrome. Yeah, but that's the once you get it down, it's really simple. And I can even show you with smoke effects or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, let's just pick this one. Alright, say you want colored smoke. Alright, I'm gonna go through the process. I'm gonna go through it real fast though. you could see how fast it is. So now this is just smoke with the white background. Convert. We're gonna convert and take the grayscale. We're just gonna make it a grayscale. I go to edit. Now from here I can use my magic wand and take out all the white. See, just the main spots. I don't have to go to every little piece. Because if you have white in there, it's fine in the graphic. Right. So now mask remove. Right. So now I convert my image, CMYK, hit my black, hit my create, channel to mask, mask invert. Alright, hit the CMYK channels, go to the object manager, add a document, take the background out. Alright, fill it. There's some spots that maybe you miss, but yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So mask remove, save it. So it still can't do anything with it. Gotta go to mode black and white. Now from here, left click takes the box out. There's no box. Right click, you got you some colored smoke. So if you want to do a background on this, this is a transparent, so you're gonna see everything through it. So, but this is how to, you got a bitmap. Now you can change the colors of this straight from Google. This is just a quick. It took me 45 seconds. But it's the same concept with all the images you can get. So yeah, hope this works for you. Let me know if you have any questions, or a slower walkthrough, or yeah, hit me up.